Hi there, Shiny Hunter Kate here, back with another video for Battle Girl High School. Today I am not going to be doing a gotcha pool. Today I am going to be doing something a little different. I am going to be making a little tutorial for this game. I've noticed that this game isn't quite as popular as some of the other games like Love Live or Idolmaster or Ensemble Stars, and I really love it a lot, but I feel like I haven't seen too many guides out there. And it's one of the main games that I have on my channel, so I thought it might be helpful to those of you who haven't played it or don't know what it's about to have some information on the game, because it isn't really out there very much. From what I know, they are making an anime of it this summer, I believe, so it's possible you might be hearing even more about it quite soon, but until then, I am going to try my best to give you a very, very basic guide of the game, just in case anyone out there was wondering about it. So, basically, what is this game? In this game, you have a group of high school girls, and they are fighting monsters and aliens, while also singing songs and trying to impress you. This sounds really funny, but that's basically what the game is. I think there's 18 girls? Yeah, 18 girls right now. I heard something today where they might be adding a new girl, but we'll wait and see. So yeah, there's 18 different girls, and you get all of the girls throughout the game. At least you'll get basic cards of them. And you basically pick the girls and you give them weapons and they fight monsters. And yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. Before I get too much into the story, I'm just going to explain what you're looking at right here. So when you log into the game, it's either this screen or this screen usually that you're taken to. Oh, just so you guys know, I end up pulling my Urara from a solo yellow. And I was very, oh, I love you, baby. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Okay, let's go back. So you'll either come to this screen, or you'll come to this screen. You can see here I'm pressing this little green tree button to switch in between them. So this screen is your classroom. This is where all your girls will sit and hang out, and they'll talk to each other, and fall asleep, and write notes. I like to poke their heads when they fall asleep. So yeah, this is the main screen that you'll see when you log in. A lot of information and stuff going on here. Basically you'll have these, like, try not to click on anything, these little tabs, those little circles here at the bottom. The first one is your room, or the classroom. So if you're on one of these other tabs, and you want to go back to your classroom, this is the one. It's going to take forever to load, isn't it? My apologies if it's slow. This isn't helping my tutorial very much. Alright, let's go back. So yeah, if you're not in your classroom and you want to go back to the classroom, that's what that tab is for. And we're loading again. At least you get to see some cute artwork. See how I said before that sometimes you'll go into your classroom, sometimes you'll go into this, which I'll explain in a second. Oh, now they're cleaning the classroom. Anyways, this next tab next to it, where you'll see the little, like, chalkboard, is where you go to play levels. There are, like, 88 chapters in the main story right now. I believe it's 88, and there should be a new chapter coming soon. At least I heard that there was. As you can see, I've cleared all of them. And then if you see Urara here is holding a sign, if you click that, it'll show you what current events are going on, as well as little side levels that you can clear to get extra items and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, that's what this green tab is for. Again, I'll explain this screen more in a moment. This middle, like, compass looking button, I guess you could call it, is where you'll go to view all of your cards, if it'll load. I love looking at these little comics though. Alright, so here you'll see your main team. This is my team. I don't base my team on stats, I base them on my best girls. So that's what this team is here. Again, a lot going on the screen. I'm not going to get into it quite yet. I'm just explaining what all the tabs are for, so we'll come back to that in a moment. This next tab that has all like the little people in it is where you go to play like multiplayer events. I'm honestly pretty new to this particular page. My niece has been teaching me about it, so I don't know too much about it. The only one I've really used a lot is this first blue button, because that is what you use to play your daily. Every day you can play 3 multiplayer events, and that's where you go for that. And then this last button here is for scouting. That's where you go to pull any gacha. Usually the current new gacha will be at the top. It'll give you a chance to either solo YOLO or do a 10+1. And then the other gachas that are more permanent will be here. And then you can always, it doesn't matter which one you scout in, but usually the new gacha will have a guaranteed 4-star at the beginning of the box, so whenever it first comes out, it'll guarantee you a 4-star, I think 2 times a day, or maybe 3 times a day. I'm gonna have to double check that, but right now we're past the guarantee 4-star, which is why you don't see it there, like you might have seen it when I did my scouting video a couple days ago. And yeah, so let's go back to the home page. I hope this video isn't too long, but I do want to try to explain as much as I can for you. Okay, so let me explain this page here. When you switch over, you go to, this is like their training ground, you can see. When you're in your room, you can click on a girl. And there's a lot of things you can see going on. This little 4 right here, oops, is how many pets you have to give to a girl. The bar up top is like her affection level for you. This little dress will show you like what cards you have there. It'll show you her little model. The present box is where you can give them gifts. I don't have any gifts on me right now, so you can buy gifts here. You can get gifts from events, from buying them, and from, yeah, basically that's it. This little clothes hanger is where you can change their outfits. So if you want to put a different outfit on a girl without actually changing her card, you can put a different outfit on her. The Sakura card is really pretty, but I like this one better. So yeah, you can change their outfits. And then right here you'll see like a tennis racket. When you click that, oh, that's not going to work. Hold on. I am going to take someone out of training really quickly. I will explain what I'm doing in a moment. Did I give it to you? Are you frozen? This game does just not want me to make a tutorial on it tonight. It's just going to be glitchy all over the place. I guess I can explain what I'm doing here real quick while it's frozen. When you put your girls in training for the like 4-star outfits, it takes 8 hours. If you want to speed up those 8 hours, you can spend these little green like microphone things and buy. So like this first one, it'll take 10 minutes off, this one will take 1 hour, this one will take 4, and then this one will take 8 hours. Okay, are you gonna work? There we go. So we'll take Urara out of training real quick. We'll go back into the classroom, and you can see she's back in the room now. Normally Kokomi sits right here, and I believe Renge is over here. So we'll click on we'll click on Urara, and we'll pull up this screen, and you can see here that you have different options. You can train her for 10 minutes, 4 hours, 1 hour. There's a regular 8 hour, or there's a special 8 hour. And when you have the current event 4 stars, so like right now, we're currently in the Angel's Healing Gacha, and I have this Angel Healing card. You have the option where you can give them an 8 hour training that'll give them extra experience and extra bond points. So when you click on that, they'll kind of like do this little workout thing, and they'll switch over to this other room, and they'll do something cute like this. And then, yeah, you'll see here now, they'll have a little countdown on them as to when they'll be out of training. So that's what this room or this area is for. I'll explain a couple other things that are on this page. If you want to change your view of the room, you can press this little like camera here, and it'll just give you a different view. If you want to look for a certain girl, say Nozomi, you can click on that girl and then it'll pull her up. The reason Nozomi has all these hearts around her is because I gave her a lot of presents and I petted her a lot. If you don't pet them for a while, you'll see that they start getting like these little purple swirlies above their heads. That means they're sad, and then you'll end up feeling really guilty. But I don't think anyone's like that right now. I honestly only pet Uara, Nozomi, and Kokomi. I don't pay attention to the other girls very much. Anyway, some other things we have in here. Up here you'll see this little 37,000 I have is how many of these green, what did I call them, microphone things that you use to get your girls out of training. You can also use these to kind of like max bond. I don't think that's the right term. I'll explain that when we go to the card page. Your gold, you can use that to level up your weapons. You can use it to buy your girls presents, which is usually what I buy it for because I like to spoil my girls. And then of course you have your, oops, I did not mean to click on that. We're not gonna, I've never bought gems in this game, so that's why that came up. But this is how many gems you have at the moment. It takes 250 gems to do a 10+1, and it takes 25 gems to do a solo yellow, which might seem like a lot, but seriously, they rain gems in this game. I've never had to buy a gem before, so, and compared to like Love Live or other games like that where you buy gems all the time, it's really nice. These here will just be like the events and things that are going on in this little banner. If you see, like back here, this is where you can change where the girls in your room are sitting. So if you want to sit a certain girl next to another girl, then you can do that. Once you reach a certain number of girls, you can only have 15 in your room, so you can't have all 18 girls. In my case, what I do is I end up putting them in this little house. If it'll load. You can see here I have a room for Renge, a room for Hinata, a room for Kanen, and a room for Subaru. I don't play with this very much. We can go visit Subaru right now. Where is she at? There she is. But yeah, you can still come in here and you can still pet them, but you can't put them into training. So if you have a girl in here rather than in your room and you want to put them into special training, you're going to have to move them back into your room before you can do that. You'll see that little like tennis racket isn't down here at all. But you can still pet them or whatnot. Sounds so weird when you say pet them. Alright, is there anything else on this tab? Oh yes, there's one more thing I have to explain to you. We'll switch back to the classroom again. This little book right here, I don't mean to keep turning the screen like that, I'm just trying to circle things, but this little book right here will show you your goals. So the first blue tab is your daily goals. So basically how this works, every day you can play 5 levels, pet 10 girls or pet a girl 10 times, put 6 girls into training, or the same 3 girls twice, or the same 2 girls 3 times, yada yada yada, and then play 3 multiplayer events. If you clear all of these, you can see I've not quite cleared all my levels or my multiplayers for the day, then you'll get 5 gems. You also get 6 gems every day just for logging in. So like I said before, they really rain gems in this game. The green tab here is more like more long-term goals. So like I believe this top one here, I mean I don't know exactly what is what, but I believe the top one is if you pet so many girls then you get gems. So like once I reach 200 pets, I'll get 80 gems, which is a lot. So that's 3 solo YOLOs. And I believe this one under it is for presents, so if I give a girl 190 presents, then I'll get 38 gems, and yada yada. There's a whole bunch of different ones you can clear. The pink tab is only there during events. When you play it's like you play at an event level a certain amount of times, then you'll get gems for it. They have other things that you can clear, I think it depends on the event. But that's all that's on this one right now. Alright, so that's your home screen. You can see that there will be things in the back that you can click on. It's just basically like news and CD updates, and if you want to go to the event, it's usually on the backboard here. But now that we have that covered, we'll go into your levels where you'll actually be playing against the monsters. So there are 3 levels to each of the chapters, each of the battles. They have easy, normal, and hard. The hard ones are hard. I'm just letting you know. Not in the beginning, they're not too hard. But once you get up to this level, you can see like it says the number here is 300, where on easy it's only 50. And that's kind of like the level of difficulty. You can get different like clearings of each level, and you'll get gems for playing each level. For easy, you'll get 1 gem for clearing it and 1 gem for clearing all the like sub-quests within that battle. For hards and normals, you'll get 3 gems for clearing it and 3 gems for meeting all the goals for that level. These things down here are optional. They're basically saying that you'll get extra stuff. And if you have the auto one on, the game will play for you, so you don't even have to do anything. The only bad thing about that is that you might die because it doesn't play the game to the full effect. It kind of like, pardon my French, but like half-asses it for you. So you have to be careful when using that auto button, which is why I usually have it off. There's different worlds within each of the chapters, so like this is the newest world, I guess you could say. If you wanted to go back, you could go back like when you first get the game, this is what you'll be playing. You'll be playing the very, very first chapter and the very first levels. So this is what you'll have when you first start, and it's really, really easy. I'll go ahead and play for you so you can see what a little of the gameplay is like. Keep in mind that I have very OP cards at this point, so it's going to be really, really easy. It is more difficult in the beginning when you only have 1-star cards that the game gives you. But basically these little like, I can't play and talk at the same time. These little aliens will show up and you have to kill them, and you do that by shooting attacks with whatever weapons you have. There's a bunch of different, oh, this is her skill, I'll explain that in a second. Excuse me. But there's a bunch of different weapons you can get, like this Ura has, I don't know what the technical term for it, like a staff? I usually call it magic wand though. When you clear the level, you'll see this page, you'll get some levels up. These are like bond points down here. And then these are the little side missions I was telling you about. If you clear all those, you'll get the little check marks. And if I hadn't already beat this level, I would get 2 gems from it. But you can only get the gems the first time you clear, so you can't keep getting gems from them, unfortunately. And then once you clear all the easies, you can move on to normal. And then once you clear the normals, you can move on to hard. Oh, it jumped me all the way back to level 88 again. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. So that's the basic idea behind the leveling in this game. It's really pretty easy. It's hard to really give you any pointers on playing it in the beginning because it's kind of just a learning experience. Every weapon is different, every girl has a different skill. I'll explain that more in this tab. If it'll load. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, this is where you'll see all your cards as well as your teams. If you click on this first little tab here, this allows you to switch between different teams that you've built. I think it lets you have, looks like 5? Alright, yeah, so it lets you have 5 teams. I only use this one, so I don't really pay attention. If you want to change your team, say I wanted to put Yuri on my team instead of Ura, I could switch her just like that. You just pick up the girl, drag her over, and then they'll switch. This second one over here will show you all your cards. You'll have different levels. There's 1-star cards, 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star. 1-star cards are just cards that you get from clearing the story. So they're the very, very basic cards that you start the game out with. As you clear more chapters, you'll get additional girls. So you'll start with Miki, Haruka, and Subaru. And then eventually you'll get the other characters. So yeah, these are the cards that I have. I have 3 pages of them. I'll let you guys see them. See, like this Shiho is one of the last 1-star cards I got. And then here you can see like Urara, Sakura, Kaede, like those are all cards I got just from clearing the chapters. And these 3, Miki, Subaru, and Haruka, were the first cards that I started the game with. All these other cards afterwards are cards that I got from the gacha. This Haruka was my first 4-star. Alright, this tab over here is kind of like the seal shop on EN, where you can pick 3 of your 4-star cards, or if you have a duplicate 4-star, you'll get this little crystal here, but I don't have any of those right now. You can trade 3 of your 4-stars in for like, kind of like a promo 4-star. They're not usually very, very strong, but as you can see, I bought a couple Nozomis already. Each of the girls, except for Shiho and Kanen, have cards in here. But I've never bought any of the Ura ones, but I don't really like her cards. Like, that's cringy. That's cringy for me, I'm sorry guys. This card over here is how you can level up cards. If you have a card of a girl who has a lot of levels and you want to transfer the levels to another card, you can do that here. Let me see if I have anyone. If I want to take this Shiho and feed her levels to this Shiho. Oops. Not Shiho. Kanen, I'm sorry. Then I can do that. You can see this not Shiho. This Kanen will go to level 1 and this Kanen would change to level 41. You have to have these little tickets in order to do so. And honestly, I'm not entirely sure where I get them from. Maybe from events? I can't, just don't quote me on that. I'm not going to do that right now though. This button here is to go to a weapons page. I'm not going to get too much into that because I feel like that'll be for a whole other video. But that's just what that tab is for. I'm going to go back into your cards now. We'll click on Kokomi here. You can see right here in this little corner, you'll see what is called a Gun Blade. Each card has a different weapon, so it depends on the card. So Kokomi here is a Gun Blade, Urara is the Magic Staff, and my Nozomi here is a Spear. Now you can scout for weapons just like you can scout for girls, and you can also make weapons from items that you get in the game. 4-star is the weapons that you want to have, just like you want to have 4-star cards. But if you don't have them, you can still beat the levels. I mean, I didn't have 4-star weapons for a long time, and a lot of weapons I don't even have 4 stars for. So just like this Urara, I don't have any 4-star staffs yet. I just actually got this 3-star staff from a solo YOLO from the weapons gacha, but... So each different girl will have a different weapon. Also, each girl, as you saw when I was playing the level, will have their own skill. Basically, to get the skill, you have to get a combo in the game. Once you reach a combo, you can use their special skill, which will basically just help you kill more monsters. I will go back into a level right now and kind of show you how that works. If you will load. We're just going to play easy though, because I don't want to do something that takes a long time. It's so slow. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and this particular weapon, you have to hit it twice. The 1-star weapons, usually you only have to hit them once. You can see here she kind of like electrocuted the ground. That is this Urara's card's special skill. As you can see, I haven't broken my combo yet. If I were to break my combo, I would have to keep going again in order to, oh, I beat the level, in order to use my special skill again. Every cards have different special skills, so even if it's the same girl, it'll have a different skill. And they're actually a lot of fun to watch. It's always fun when you get a new 4-star to see what the skill will look like. Oh, again, here it'll show you kind of like your stats for the level. I didn't mention that before, but it took me 18 seconds to clear it. My max combo was 28. Fever, which is like kind of like getting perfects in Love Live, was at 85, and I had 15 greats and 0% goods. I got 388 gold and 396 of the microphones for playing the level. I already beat this level, so I didn't get any gems from it. So yeah, that's kind of like the basic card information. Again, I don't want to get too into depth because I feel like this video is already 30 minutes, oh my goodness. Well, let me try to hurry this up a bit. Alright, this button we talked about before, like I said, it's for multiplayers. This blue button is where you go to do your daily 3 clears. If you click this, it'll give you a random event. You hit the pink button and say, cool, that's what I want to do. It'll connect you with other players of the game. So we have this person, Anubisu here, and this person. It has very cute cards. You'll get to see what cards that they'll be using. You can build teams with only 1 girl, 2 girls, or 3 girls. I use 3 girls because I like to use my best girls. There's a few different multiplayer games that you can play. It doesn't really even matter if you do anything. You can honestly just stand there the whole time and do nothing, and you'll still clear it, and you'll still get the daily reward for it. But I usually get really competitive in these because I like to get first place. If you get first place, you get something called battle points, and you can use the battle points to play this little spin the wheel thing, and you'll get prizes from it. And I particularly like to get prizes that the girls like, that you can give them as presents, because I like my girls to love me. Right now we're just waiting for this 3rd player. There we go. And so this is the start. It only goes, I think, 30 seconds? 60 seconds. This is actually my least favorite of all the multiplayer games because it's just, like, hard. It's like, you have to be on a certain color. Like, I'm red, so I think I'm supposed to kill the monsters that are only on red, and if I kill the ones that are, like, on yellow or green, then I get points deducted. I think that's how it works. Don't quote me on that because I'm really bad at this particular level. But you can see the other card skills are going off as well. It's kind of fun if you haven't seen a card skill yet and you want to see what they look like to kind of like keep an eye on the other cards. You can also find out what cards are really powerful by playing these little multiplayer games. If you look here in the corner, that Kokomi is just standing there, and that's fine. That's all you have to do, honestly. You could just stand there the whole time and you'll still get points. You'll still like clear your daily goal. And yay! It looks like I got first place. Did it freeze? Oh my goodness. It looks like it froze. Maybe not. Alright, and then it'll take you to this page, and yay, I won first place. And then I will show you the battle point thing really quickly. Alright, so you can see here there's like this what's that game called? Wheel of Fortune, kind of. It works just like that. This is my favorite, this like 2-star level here, which is what we're on. This one's my favorite because this marshmallow bowl over here and this magazine right here, the marshmallow bowls is Urara's favorite gift and this magazine is Nozomi's favorite gift, so I'm always trying to get them. Let's see what I get. Oh, dang it. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, but I ranked up. But yeah, so that's that. This one is something that I'm not too familiar with, so I'm not going to go into it until I know a little bit more information. Lastly, here we have the scouting page. This is the one you've probably seen in my videos. I'll explain. This little sword is where you go for the weapon gacha. It takes 15 gems to pull a weapon. You can pull 5 weapons for 75 gems or do a 10 plus 1 for 150 gems. This is the gacha that matches the event cards. So you can see they're kind of like doctor themed because we have the little nurse theme going on right now. And then if you want to switch back, you just hit this little blue button again, and you'll switch back to the girl gacha. This button here is for that thing I showed you that's like the seal shop where you can trade in 3 4-stars to get 1 different 4-star. And for the heck of it, we'll do a solo YOLO. You can see here it gives you the option 25, or you can hit cancel. We'll do 1 for 25 gems. We got Renge. Did we get another copy of Renge's 4-star? Usually when the white is light, or the light is white, that means it's a 2-star. And I got another copy of Renge's 4-star. Oh goodness. Hi Renge. Apologies if you wanted this card. If the card is a duplicate, it'll turn into one of these stars. And as I mentioned before, you can use these crystal stars to trade it in for another 4-star. I can't believe that just happened. Oh, I never explained the menu button. While we're here, the menu button is where you can go to. This first button is to collect your presents, so it's your present box. This button here just shows you your information. This is your friend code down here. This is your username. This is who you have as your main girl. This is the same as the little book on your classroom so you can see your daily goals. This is your settings button. This is your friends list. So you can see like who sent you friend requests and who you've requested, and you can look up people's friend codes here. I don't really have any friends on this game, but you don't really need them if you're not like doing multiplayer stuff. I don't know what this is. Guess this is just information. This, I think this is, yeah, I think, oh, this takes us to my, whatchamacallit, my game center. And then, yeah, that's that. So that's the menu. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier. But, okay, so, yeah, I went through all the tabs. I can't believe I pulled another Renge 4-star, oh my goodness. One thing I'll show you here, since I did pull that 4-star, we're going to go back into our cards. The max level of a 4-star card, and let's face it, once you get 4 stars, that's all you're going to use. You're not going to use your 3 stars or 2 stars again. The max level of a 4-star card is level 50. So if we look here at, we'll look here at Kokomi. You can see she's at level 55. The way that I did that was by using crystals, you can max them up, I believe, to level 70. This one, yeah. If you press this little green button here, you can trade in your crystals. So these are the things that you get for getting duplicates of 2 stars, 3 stars, and 4 stars. You can trade in those crystals and you can use them to push your level of your cards higher. So originally this Kokomi was at level 50 and I've used gems on her. She's at level 55 now, but she can get to level 60. If I wanted her to get to level 65 or to level 70, then I'd have to keep on using those gems to push up her level. So yeah. I don't want to go too much more into depth because this video's already gone into 35 minutes. Oh, my bad. I think I've covered all the basics. I don't really want to go into team building or leveling up weapons or maxing out your cards because that'll just take another whole 30 minutes. So let's plan on making like a part 2 of this video for more specific, like in-depth things with this game. This will just kind of give you an overview of all the basic things. If you do have any additional questions, if I missed something, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Oh my gosh, I'm not good at talking, guys. I'm sure you know this by now if you've been watching my videos, but my apologies, as always. I am trying. But yeah, we'll pet Nozomi as we say goodbye here, because Nozomi is my babe. But yeah. Sorry, I had to give her lots of love. I love when they get so happy. It's so cute. But yeah, anyway, so I think that's all for today. I think I've covered all the basics. Like I said, if there's anything I didn't explain very well or you want me to go into further, just let me know and I'll try to help you the best I can or at least lead you in the right direction. I do plan on scouting for Ura's birthday next in this game, unless another Nozomi card comes out that I can't say no to. We'll see. But my plan is that my next gacha will be for Ura's birthday, which is February 3rd. So look forward to that. Other than that, I think we're done for today. I hope you found this tutorial to be useful to you. Apologies if I was confusing on anything. Like I said, just let me know and I'll try my best to clear everything up. But I hope to hear from you guys. I hope you found this helpful, and I will be seeing you guys soon. Bye!